Hello. All right, we are starting the live. So let me see here. 52%. I don't know if it's enough to bestow this wonderful moment, to share this wonderful moment also here on this other place. So let's see. Yeah, should be all right. Let's go here to and be live in these two places. So this has to stay. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to everyone in every station on in every stage of your day. I'm very happy to welcome you on this evening with this with this live this live this live that I have entitled about the writing with the changing conditions with Jane Austen as a guest. Jane Austen is here with me as always. There is always someone, and Jane Austen has been my companion in these few weeks. So I've just done a Zoom atelier where she explained her work. Oh, hello, Roxy. Welcome. So, what is that? So. The writing pen. So, the wind of change. Well, that is a song. Jane is not. Well, that's more modern in this time. Yes, the changing condition of the writing pen or the writing pen then brings the wind of change with a breath of exhilarating laughs. So that you take all of this very seriously and then you go and read the book with the explanation. How does life work? And the book says, you're on your own. Good luck. There are no explanation. You have to find out life by yourself. Whew. Right? Except that, yes, you are on yourself, but you're not exactly on yourself. You always have someone with you bringing the good news of the joy of yourself, the good novel of you, the explanation of you. What are you? Where are you going? Why? The eternal condition of the questioning of the human being that has only and always the same question about everything because the explanation that is there under their nose is never enough. There is always a why question poking up like that in the noisy conditions of the mind. Why is the only thing that remains with all the confusion that is debited by the mouth. Yes. Why? Why? Well, why not? Even if you receive the answer to the question why, you will still have a why question to say, why do you answer that way? Why do you say that it is like that? Why? You're never satisfied with the answer that you received. You need another answer to explain the answer. And when the explanation is given to you, you still have a why question. Why are you explaining this to me? Where is the proof of what you are giving me? Oh, yeah. Oh, you see, I'm already so gone that I even forgot to share this wonderful evening, this wonderful moment, so that, yeah, let's do it right now. I'm right. You are Instagram, you are YouTube, and you are also, well, not yet. Let's have Facebook. Facebook, this is YouTube calling. Please give any sign of existence. Oh well. Any proof of existence, because humanity want proof of existence. Being human is not enough. You need proofs that you exist. And even when you have proof that you exist, you still need proof that the proof of existence is still proof enough to prove your existence. How poetic, how pathetic, how so much stupid. But hey, right? Why not? Why not ask why? Because it's never enough. There is always a question following a question following a question, and the answer is, well, somehow, somewhat refused, because there is a follow up. And there is a need of proof. Can you prove what you are assessing? This is what you say. What you say, well, it's very interesting, and I would like so much to believe you, but you see, I do not, because I need proofs. Without proofs, I cannot believe you. So give me the proof, please, that what you say is true. Can you? Can you? Can you? Can anyone prove anything? An a very, very good question, actually. Thank you for asking. Can you prove? So let me see. Can I prove anything that I am saying? Let's take 5 seconds to think about proof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, I forgot to think about the proof. I was counting. How stupid of me. All right, let's be serious. Can we prove anything? Can I prove anything? Is there any All right, let me ask this about proofs, as proofs are so important to many. Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Buddha, or do you believe in whatever religion, actually? Whatever great spirit, person, God, whatever you are assessing as a religious figure that you are so much on your knees praying to and asking forgiveness and asking for any anything that you may have to ask them. Do you believe in these beings? Do you believe in these things? Do you believe in religion? Do you? Well, the answer for many of you is yes. You do believe in God. You do believe that God exists. You do believe that Jesus was alive. you do believe these things, and you believe in Muhammad, right, the prophet. You do believe in in Buddha. You do believe in Confucius and all these great masters, great teachers. You do believe these things. So my question to you is this: if you do believe in these beings that have had anything to do with our past, if you do believe in these things, do you have proof of these things? Have you ever met these beings? Have you ever met Jesus in person? Have you ever met God in person? Have you ever met Muhammad? Have you ever met Buddha? Have you ever met Confucius? Have you ever met any of these teachers, masters, gods, prophets, etc., etc.? Have you? In person? Not in dreams, not in fantasy, not in miracles or anything like that. Have you ever met these beings? Well, we know the answer, right? No, you have never met them. So let me very, very clearly and plainly state this. If you have never met these beings and still you believe somehow, in a way or another, Jesus, you may not believe in Christianism, you may not believe in Islam or Judaism or Taoism or Buddhism, you may not really believe in the religion, but you still believe that there is something, there's some beings, and even if the religion may be something crazy, you still are accepting that these beings like God, Jesus, may have some credibility and some existence and something real in history, right? You do believe something of that. Everyone does. So where are the proofs? Where are the proofs? There are none. You do believe these things without no proof. There are absolutely no proofs of any of this. Any religion, no religion have any proof of anything about anything. It's just a lot of talk. Words in a book that may have been written by whomever, texts that may have been written by whomever, and that they are assigned to one or another. Well, the Bible is a very good example of that, because none of what is in the Bible have been written by those that are said to have written it, right? The Evangelists are not written by those that are said to have written them, and we now know that, but well, it's still something that is not accepted by the wide masses that are still not, well, anyway. But that is not the point of believing or not believing these things. It's just not the point that anyone is here to make. What I am here to make, however, and to say and to tell, is that if you are able to accept religion and everything that is around religion, or even if you may do not believe in the religion itself, you still are acquainted with these beings. So my question is, if you accept that narrative, how do you dare asking for any proof by anyone else? Because you see, you cannot accept religion blindly with no proof, and then when someone comes and says, you see, there are energies, there are extra dimensional beings that are communicating with us. There are many things that are happening in our world that are unexplained and that we cannot prove as a scientific proof, but still they are happening. And then you come and say, I want proofs. Oh, really? And you are what, a Christian? And as a Christian, believing in Jesus, in God, you come to me and you ask me to give you proof of what I say when you believe something that cannot be proven whatsoever? When you are believing that a man, a being that is a man, because it's always a man, that being is the only one that can communicate with God, because that is what is said in a book or in a dogma or in a something like that, and that man is wearing clothes like women, and then that man says that everyone else is wearing men wearing women's clothes, they are abomination. Really? Right. And you want proofs. You want proofs of that you cannot explain. But that other thing called religion that you can still not explain, you do not ask for proofs. So you still ask why. We are back to the why question, right? Why? Why do you need proofs? Why do we ask proofs? Why is there any need of any proof whatsoever in any condition that we may have encountered in any of our experiences? What is the proof? The proof that proves everything. Well, I guess that then the only thing that will give you anything to do with any piece of the proof is just to tell you goodbye, because you will not have proofs. There is nothing in this reality, there is nothing on this world that can be proven. Nothing. Exactly and totally and completely nothing. Ever, ever, ever. Nothing in this reality will ever be proven. And doubt will always be there, and not just doubt, there will always be the proof of the contrary of what you believe to have been proven. The theory of the evolution is a theory and is not proven whatsoever, and cannot be proven, because there are no proof of any evolution ever, and there cannot be a evolution. A evolution requires what? Time. And we know that time is something that is very nice, very interesting, a tool that can be fun, but is still not existing. There is no time. Time is an illusion, and time is something that we build, we create for ourselves in order to be so proud to expose our luck in our way of exposing ourselves. We are luckful. That's why we have time. Because why should we wait time to pass in order to have what we can have now? But we wait time in order to have what we have now later on. Years, aeons. And we still could have that one thing right now. So time can be only one thing. Time can only be luck. And it takes time to ask questions. That's why questions are so luckful. It takes time. time to think about the question, time to formulate the question, time to answer the question. Oh, so much lack in just one thought. But then that is humanly done. Um, but we are not allowed to express so much lack because the illusion of power, the illusion of control, the illusion that human can have it all under the condition of lack, it's so strong, it's so we need that lack. We need that lackful illusion of power. That power that is eluding us, eloping us, is always going somewhere else, somewhere else, somewhere else. And we try to grab it, grab your power, grab it, and you are just grabbing hair because power is not there. Where you put your hand and you thought that power was laying there, well, there was no power at all. It was just a little bit of breathing air that disappears as soon as you close your hand. And the deception is so big for the so demanding heart of the poor, lackful, powerful, power grabbing human, fighting against its condition of miserable life of illusion. But well, who's going to pity you when you have the choice to be anything but luck? When you have the choice to have so much, so much, so much, so much more than that lack that you are expressing. You can have so much more. The only thing that you have to do is to let go of your questioning why. You have just to let go of your so lackful and ignorant and so useless question why. Now and forever. Because that question or that so impelling and so demanding question will always leave you with your mouth empty of sense and empty of explanation. You will always have only those three letters with the question mark at the end. Why? WHY. With a little answer coming to you, because there is no answer to that question. It's the question that cannot be answered. Not because there is no answer, but because the question comes from what? From your lack. It's a question of lack, and what you put out is what you get. So if you ask a question that is lackful, you will receive a lackful answer. And the only answer that you can receive in a lackful question is an answer that is not answering the questioning mind. And so goodbye for an illusion of explanation. You are wondering too much for an explanation that is already there under your nose. You are looking for an explanation so far away from yourself, oh, so far away. You think that someone has to come to you and give you those words in that combination, in that exact combination that gives you an answer, the answer that you are waiting for. and never receiving. And your waiting heart will still be waiting for an eternity if you keep waiting for it, because it's your choice to wait for an answer. And as long as you ask the question, you will never receive the answer. Because the wanting for an answer is also lackful. And as soon as and as long as for the eternity of your lack, you will have an eternity of lack that will remain with you and will be your best friend, your best complaining friend, that will give you an identity of lack and so much tears or wanting answers that will never come, that will just delude you, even though they are just there. They are just there, looking, staring at you. You have the answer just there under your nose, and you do not see them. Because you are not just lackful in your words, you are also lackful in your seeing, in your hearing, in your feeling. But your identity of lack, your wanting of lack, your search for lack, your pleasure of lack can be chosen to go away as soon as you decide not to act upon it, as soon as you decide to say goodbye to that ship, to let that ship go and sail in other seas, you will start making the change. Allow the change, the words of change. Whether that is in a thought, in an act, in a dream, in a movement, in a breath, or a heartbeat, whatever that may be, as soon as you choose to change, your luck will go and leave you forever. And you will have a life where questions are not needed and answer will be just received as a knowing, as a being, as a state of life. Because you do not need to question to know. You already know. The knowing is running away from you because you express lack. I could stand here for hours and hours and say nothing for hours and hours and hours and have a much fuller, intense, exciting, exploratory life than you will ever have in any of your so demanding questions. So you see the change that you are looking for, that change of heart, change of life, change, change, change. We need to change. It's not in the questioning, how do we get the change? Because that's what you always do. You want to change, so you ask for the change instead of being change. So something is always running away from you, but it's not. Nothing is running. No one can run. No one is going away. That is an idea, and as of an image of human situation that will be enough explanation for the absence of a full light enlightened in your empty questions. Because sometimes, just sometimes, sitting down, letting the word do the word, and you allowing the self to be in the moment and forgetting anything else that is everywhere else, and just being you in that moment and enjoying you in that moment with nothing else than you and the moment, without wondering those things that are so enlightening your curiosity for a identity of luck. Yeah, if you just abandon that for a moment, you will have a eternity of knowing, a eternity of being, a eternity of you, a eternity of creation, where you just abandon the luck and you allow the human to rise to that stage of creation, of godness, of being God. Entering into that condition of being naturally, fully and completely you, with no masks, with no illusion, with no forgetting. And once you have lit that light, that candle, that heart, the sparkle of heartbeat in that little moment, it will never go away. It will always stay with you forever in that forever moment of you. The beauty, the marvelous moment, the beauty of you, that peace of mind, that peace of creation, that peace of not thinking, of not controlling, of not asking. Of just being. You are never late, Angie. You're never late. And you're always welcome exactly in the moment you arrive, which is always before you are aware of being there. And you are always welcome, always exactly as you are. You have created for yourself a world full of things, this and that and that and that, and I have to think about this, I have to think about that, and I have this and I have that, and I have so much on my knees, so much on my shoulders, so much responsibility. So, how can I do this? How can I do that? How can I handle all of this? So much to think of, so much to do, so little time. I will have never enough time to do all that I want to do. Yeah, you have created a reality of lack, where only lack can be expressed, because whatever you will do in any moment, in time, will never be enough to fulfill all there is to be done. Because time is always running away from you. And time is always giving you the impression that, well, there is enough time. There isn't enough time. A lifetime is not enough to do all that I have to do. And so you run after time to achieve that little that you think you can achieve, and maybe even not achieving that, because there is so much that you can't really concentrate on that you would like to achieve. Oh, so much achievement, so little time. And in this system of lack, You cannot find your happiness. You cannot find your fulfillment. You cannot achieve your achievement because it's never enough. You should always have done more. You should always have been more. You should always have taken less time. You should always have achieved it before. There is always a should that is not giving you any any consolation as of your luck, but more granting you more luck and keeping you in your luck, because luckful you were born, and a luckful of maybe not really born, but after you were born you instantly became luckful, not as of yore, but as of learning, because everything around you have been luckful from that instant of birth, and that have taught you luck. And so you have taken that luck on your shoulders and made that luck yours, so that you could confirm yourself with everything that is surrounding you and everyone that is surrounding you, so that you are not different from those that are surrounding you. You have to be luckful as everyone else, and you are complacent and you are happy to be like everyone else, because that is making things much more easier for you to comply to a normative, to the normal. I need to be normal. I need to be lackful because everyone else is lackful. All right. But you see, change comes. Change is asked and change comes in many, many, many ways. In writing, in words, in thought, in the way one wears clothes, in the way one orders a cappuccino at a restaurant, in the way one talk with another one, in the way you can invent, create yourself in a different way, in some million and thousand and infinite ways. You can bring that change, and that change can be in insignificant actions from the point of view of humanity, because humanity have decided that only certain things are to be expressed and believed as dignified of the highest consideration. Only certain beings are dignified of that enlightenment of greatness. Only certain beings are great. So not all that is done is important. Well, if it's not important, then why do you do it? If it's so little, why do you do it? If only certain beings, certain humans are enlightened enough, high enough in your esteem, why do you exist in the same world as them? Why? If you are insignificant compared to those great people, why are you alive? Maybe, maybe, maybe Because those enlightened, highest, great, wonderful people are not that. They are average, like you. They are like you, and they are as every other single one human, equal in importance. And what you consider as an achievement is nothing. You think that winning an Oscar is an achievement? Do you think that becoming a millionaire, billionaire is an achievement? Do you think that becoming a president of a country is an achievement? Do you think that receiving any acclaim for anything is an achievement? Do you think that coming out of school with the highest grade is an achievement? Then you are an idiot, because none of those things that we have just cited are an achievement. They are identity, nothing more than identity created for humans to have an excuse for existence. A very pitiful existence, because if you need to have those things to justify you being incarnated and alive, then you are not living. Then you do not know what life is. Then you do not know what creation is. Then you do not know what you are. Because what you are does not require any of those things. Unless you are so lackful that you need to have the impression of put so much into your life so that you can be happy to have something. Of course, it's nice. It's nice to have an achievement. It's nice. It's so kind of you to bestow such wonderful achievement upon every one of us. And we have to be in awe. Oh. Oh. Of you. Except that we don't give a little thought. We don't give even a little minuscule, inexistent thought about that, because we do not care. If you need an identity, maybe you should question yourself. Why? Why do I need that? You see? Why? Again, the question. The why. Why? Why do I need that? Instead of asking to others to prove anything, as you always do, prove me this, prove me that, why do you do this, why that, why do you say this, why? Instead of questioning others, why don't you question yourself? Oh, sorry. That is something that is forbidden, right? It is forbidden to ask any human to question themselves, question their identity, question what give them the justification of being human. That's a crime. Such a huge, big crime to ask anyone to be aware of themselves. Goodness Grace, goodness, you do not do that. Question anyone about or in or if identity. But that, yeah, right. The so informed mind and very, very, very integrated human inability mind of awareness will always refute the fact that any of these things is giving identity to anyone, because an achievement is always something to cherish, to have, and that will always stay in history as an achievement, right? So questioning achievements, questioning the identification that anyone can have with any achievement. Oh, what a crime! What a crime! All right. So we have to say guilty because there is no way that you will ever be satisfied with any of this achievement. You achieve it, and you are even not happy for just one fraction of a second, because as soon as you have your achievement, you are lost. Your identity is gone. You have no identity anymore. Is achieved, is done with it. Achieved. So, what are you left with once you have your achievement? With the emptiness of your luck. And you need a new identity. You need a new something because it's gone. It's finished. So if your achievement meant anything to you, why when you get it you are so lost? Why, when you are finally arrived to your Everest, top of the Everest, you cannot go higher in human condition, and you are not happy, and you lose your identity? And you say that that is important, and you say that there is nothing better than an achievement, and when you get it you are so crushed because you have no identity anymore. You have nothing to just prove to you that you are alive. You have nothing that can give you that adrenaline of existence. Oh, I wish I could be an actor with an Oscar. And then you get the Oscar, and it's still not enough. And then you get 2 Oscars, and you still are not satisfied. And you get 3 Oscars, and you are still not satisfied. The 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 perfect film, the perfect movie is still not there. The perfect character is not there yet. And you got 100 Oscars and still you did not get it. And you could have 1 billion, thousand, or trillion of Oscars, being the most decorated actor ever in the complete total history of everything, that in every parallel world and every existence and in everything, and you still will not be satisfied, and you still will not have any achievement, and you will still be lacking your identity, because nothing can give you a permanent identity, because you do not have a identity. That's why you need so much to create it, to make it up for yourself. Why it changes all the time, why it's never fixed and always changing. Because you need to create it. You need to put so much weight, so much into your identification that is just always not staying with you, and you are so angry, so hating yourself. A luckful action will always give you luck. You cannot have anything else coming from a luckful action than luck. You cannot have any other expectation than the disappointment of the luck. As long as you keep repeating, you keep staying, you keep cycling yourself into those luckful things, that what you will have. Luck. And in this silence, there was so much more fulfillment that you will ever have in any luckful action that you will undertake. So much more appeasement, happiness, becoming, being. Change. Hmm. Hi, JP. Oh, the beautiful Roxy. Hmm. We see you, all of you, and we have memories of so much, many intensified life existences and many moments, many wonderful moments, so much experiences in many lifetimes and here and there, and we can have the remembrance of all of those things. Wonderful times, wonderful moments. And then, if we want to look at with the eyes of the humans, maybe there were some, hmm, but then that is only interpretation. The interpretation that the luckful human gives to those luckful moments, but from the point of view of the creator, outstanding. And with this joyful remembrance, joyful being, joyful thoughts of all of you, with so much love for each and every one of you, we say goodbye. And we enjoy the thought of so many other wonderful moments that are happening right now. Thank you to all of you for attending, for coming, for sharing this wonderful moment with us. And Max wants to say Happy Khmer New Year. This is the first day of the Khmer calendar. So, goodbye. And for you, we see you tonight with Roxy in the masterful, wonderful, amazing classes. So a joyful experience. Goodbye. Love every and each one of you. One out and the next one. Oops, it's not the right one. Excuse me. I hope you haven't seen that. Well, where is it? Sorry. We have to search into memory to remembrance. How do we do that? Okay, so I yes,